Hey nerds, welcome back. Why are you up there? Well, as you can see by our tier list, we are going to be ranking every single Link design. Let's get started. First off, on my preference, Legend of Zelda is my favorite gaming franchise of all time. Probably Link is one of my favorite things ever. So, Link's design is near and dear to my heart. Although I probably have preferences for some designs over others. But, okay, let's get started. All of these are some of them are laid out in chronological order, some of them aren't. But let's start with the original Link design. You know, for this design, it's never, when someone brings up Link, it's never the first design I think of. It just has never been that. Although it gets credit for the first Link design ever that sparked the entire franchise, which led us to some better designs. But for what it's done for the franchise by starting off Link's design, I'll give it a good mid B. This is basically the midpoint where everything kind of goes up or goes down, and I think that's a very solid rating. In terms of going up, such as Link's Past, Awakening, and the Oracle games design, it's definitely a lot better than this design. So in that terms, I think it's going to get actually, no. It's still in B, but it's higher. I would put it in A, but there are a lot of better designs. Such as Ocarina of Time. And you already know immediately where this is going. I'm kidding. It's S tier. Ocarina of Time Link is immediately what I think of. It's like the top 3 Links that you will first think of when you think of Link, Hero of Hyrule. And it definitely deserves that, from being modeled after Leonardo DiCaprio. It's basic green tunic. It's just the most iconic Link that most people think of, which is unfortunately why Majora's Mask does not live up to that. It's definitely a good design, but I know it's weird to think they're so different, but B, I don't think it deserves in B. It's either A or C. I know it seems like a weird comparison, but it definitely seems like it. It's basically the same as, I'll give it A. You know, it's not nearly as good as Ocarina, but it's still really good. As a matter of fact, I might switch these. Yeah, this feels right. Yeah. Next up is Four Swords Link, and this... definitely not the best Toon Link design. And I know you're saying, but Space, they're all just the same design. No, each of them are different and have their own varied versions of charm. I know it sounds weird, but bear with me. Spirit's Tracks, it's just, not Spirit Tracks, I meant Four Swords. It's decent. It's like a good design. It's basically just Toon Link. Compared to the other 2 Toon Link, or 3, I guess, on this list, I don't think it holds up nearly as well as the others. And I know it sounds really weird, but I'm just gonna say that. And I know I just said this before, but Wind Waker, I think, is A tier design. Just look at that man's smile. Four Swords Link looks kind of scared or mischievous, but Wind Waker Link looks confident, and he looks like he's about to kick his enemies' butts, like just how he stabbed Ganondorf in the head. Sorry, spoilers. It's definitely an A tier design because it's I don't know what it is. They're so similar, but they're also so different. It's hard to explain. Next up is Minish Cap. I think it hits the exact same notes as Wind Waker. I might even say it might be a bit better, but I think it should be up in A. Definitely needs to be up in A. Might need to lower some of these because this might just be a ton of A's because these are all really good designs, honestly. Next up, Twilight Princess. Twilight Princess is the second version of Link I think of. When Ocarina comes to mind, Twilight Princess definitely does. It's staple green elf man with a sword. It just, I don't know how to explain it. It just really is. There's no other way to explain it. It's just the dark green contrasts a lot better from every other Link design, so he really has his own personality compared to the Toon Links, or heck, even Ocarina of Time Link compared to Majora's Mask. he just really stands on his own. He changes the formula, but he still keeps it at, he hits every single point that he needs to hit, and he improves on different parts. Next up is Skyward Sword. I don't know why they're all just green men. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time like figuring out where I would put these. Here, this is what I'll do. Skyward Sword will definitely go in A, and I'll bring Wind Waker down. I know I keep changing my points here. I know they're not consistent, but looking at them basically, it kind of just, it's when I really put them on the board and think about them, that's when it really changes compared to other links. So I definitely think that Link to the Past needs to stay in A. I put it in B compared to like others, but I think it needs to be up in A. One of the best Link designs. It's one of the links I think of first. And I just think Minish Cap in this specific design, not in-game, but this specific art shown here, I just really do think that Minish Cap has better art here. But considering that, I think Skyward Sword, it's just staple Link. It's just probably Link at his most basic form. Like, even though the NES Link is like the first, he kind of looks off because his design evolved over time. If that makes sense, because it really did change. Because like Link to the Past Link from after NES Link, it changed certain things, but it made Link's outfit more mainstream, and it tweaked and refined some things. Then it kept evolving. All right, next up is Link Between Worlds Link. I have not played Link Between. I haven't played any of the DS or 3DS games, which I do regret, unfortunately. I really do wish I could play them. But Link to the Past, not Link Between Worlds Link. It goes up here because I think these two designs are very similar. They're just, I think of them in the same way, if that makes sense. But yeah, it looks good. I don't think there's many Link designs that just suck absolutely. Except for this one. I'm very sorry, CDI Link. You're one of my favorites, man. But in terms of Link design, it's our first D tier, man. It really hurts me, you know? I love the meme of this game, man. In terms of Link design, you have to go down there. I'm sorry. Alright. Next up, we have Breath of the Wild. This is no opinions taken. Instantly S tier. It is, without a doubt, first Link I think of, but I may also have Breath of the Wild bias. First Zelda game. But yeah, the ones in S tier are definitely the first ones I think of when I think about Zelda. It's Breath of the Wild, Ocarina, and Twilight Princess. The first Links I think of when Zelda's on the brain. And I think it fits it. I think the blue is an extreme contrast from everything else, but I think it really works compared to other designs that we'll get to later. I think the blue being the focal point really helps it, because actually, I'll just skip one of the better Link designs. I'll go ahead and skip it and say Hyrule Warriors. I think it's D tier. I think it's a cool Link design. It's decent, actually. But the blue, it just looks off. Like Breath of the Wild's Champion's Tunic, it fits weirdly. Like, with the entire theme of the game, and just since it's the focal point. The blue scarf on Hyrule Warriors Link, it just doesn't look good to me. I don't know. It's just what's on my mind when I think of it. Next up is the 1980 animated series Link, and I love this Link. It's probably one of my favorite Links, but his design has to go down in C. It doesn't look good. It makes Four Swords Links look great. I think it just gets biased because that was my first ever introduction to Zelda, because I used to watch the Super Mario Brothers Super Show with my grandfather, and that trailer would always come on, and it would always get me hyped. But yeah, I never watched the show till like recently. I just always saw that trailer at the end of every episode. I don't know, I think it deserves C. It's not as good as OG Link, and it's not as bad as CDI Link or Hyrule Warriors Link. But finally, we have Spirit Trap.
Hell no, man.
It doesn't even look like Link. Come on. And I know you could say that about Breath of the Wild Link. This one, he doesn't look like Link. If you just showed me that man, I'd just think he was a random video game character. Honestly, he just doesn't look like a Link. You know what I mean? Like, every single one, he had the iconic green, and I know you can still make the argument about Breath of the Wild, but I mean, still. It doesn't look like a Link. I think it really does deserve D tier. But that is all right now. That is my official Link design. I couldn't find Tears of the Kingdom, but that would have just been Champions Leathers or the Archaic Tunic, if you get what I mean. But this is the Space Pancakes official Legend of Zelda Link outfit tier. I don't know what I'm gonna call this thing. You'll find out when it gets released. But this is my official Link tier list in terms of uniform. Alright, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.